Welcome to the Country Hipster Podcast. My name is Paul, and the Country Hipster. That music you just heard was none other than the Unholy Four from Charlottesville, Virginia. Look for the Unholy Four on Spotify, Apple Music, Bandcamp, or wherever you can find the Unholy Four. So business. Well, I got no business because I don't have any shows next week, but a little bit of Ottsville Record Garage / Country Hipster Podcast business. This Saturday, a couple days from now, it will be officially 1 year since we launched the podcast. Since we recorded the pilot episode and launched it on March 30th, 2023. And we're still in season fucking 1. So, yeah. So,
we will be for years.
Cheers to our first full year of the Country Hipster Podcast. Thank you guys who have listened and subscribed so far. We really appreciate it. We hope that you keep coming back. And we will eventually finish season 1 and then start season 2, which will be another 3 fucking years long. So
that's how we do it.
That is how we do it. Ottsville Record Garage business. The first Wine and Vinyl of 2024 is happening on Saturday, April 20th, which also happens to be Record Store Day, starting at noon at Viva Alpha Winery in Doylestown on Stump Road. So we'll be doing that. So keep an eye out for that. We'll be talking about that more as we get closer. And this Sunday is Easter. So happy Easter. Happy Zombie Jesus. I think Passover kind of goes in with Easter, right? Is that, don't they like usually coincide?
Oh, fucking
I don't know why you're looking at me, man. I'm an atheist.
No.
I know. I'm just saying in general. But yeah, but you seem to know a lot about like other stuff.
I read about things because I got Google and ADHD, buddy.
There you go. All right. So there you go. To my left, welcome back, the prodigal son, my co-host and brother Adam, the country doughboy, because he brought us soft pretzels.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah. And then to my right, the official bartender of the Country Hipster Podcast, Tom, is back. So you know what that means. That means it's a booze and fucking vinyl episode. But I have a question for you first.
Yes.
How did it feel to be out in the wild and get recognized for being on the Country Hipster Podcast?
It was a good feeling. I mean, it happens. It happens all the time. But yeah, it was very funny too because the conversation immediately after when she said that to me was, "Hey, when are you going to do it?" She's like, "Funny you should ask." That episode comes out in a couple days, so it's just kind of it was funny.
Yep, and that was
Megan,
friend of the podcast, Megan from the Natterjacks, so you're wearing their shirt.
I am.
Saw Tom in the wild and was like, "Hey, I know you from there." But she was also on last week's episode, which is the Goo Goo Dolls episode. So, you know, we're all friends here. We're all friends here on the Country Hipster Podcast.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yep. So it's been a couple fucking weeks since we've gotten together, even though we like kept up with episodes. It's been a couple weeks. So how's everybody doing? I mean, it's been even longer for you.
Adam and I were discussing. Well, yeah, I haven't seen you since the Hot Water Music episode.
I know,
but Adam and I were saying the last time the three of us were in the room.
Whoa! We spent last night together, Tom.
That's true.
I know that, but I'm saying Adam and I haven't seen each other, and no gypsy fight this time.
No gypsy fight. That's good.
So Adam and I, we were saying that we haven't actually been in the same room since right before Thanksgiving when we did the Christmas episode.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah. It's been that long. So
I was trying to think. I don't remember what the last episode I was physically here for was.
I don't know either, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because
it's been a while.
Yeah,
because it was before the Jimi Hendrix episode.
Yeah.
So real quick. Oh, okay, there you go. Wow. What
Adam's got a box cutter ready.
People are pulling out knives, and then you're putting them all away. All right, so we got something here since it is Easter. I saw these in the supermarket when I was food shopping, and they are Peeps. And, oops, sorry, shit.
You didn't get me.
I know. People have like love-hate relationship.
Waving the blade around while you're doing it.
I know. They have like a love-hate relationship with Peeps, and I personally love Peeps. But then I saw these, and I was like, I gotta fucking get them, and we gotta try them. These are Dr. Pepper Peeps. Yeah. Just in time.
We also had Dr. Pepper. We had Dr. Pepper candy canes for the Christmas episode.
Yes, we did.
Is this just because not only are we a drinking podcast, a music podcast, an educational podcast, but a Dr. Pepper aficionado podcast? Maybe?
Don't forget in Chamonix Creek.
And the Chamonix Creek. I mean, I am a Dr. Pepper fan.
Ooh, this one's got growths.
I know it's weird.
It smells like Dr. Pepper.
It smells like fucking Dr. Pepper, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it does.
Oh my god.
I fucking hate marshmallows, but
this one's got cancer.
It's got cancer. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. It definitely smells Dr. Pepper. So I eat head. So
it tastes Dr. Peppery too.
Oh,
that's not bad.
No.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
I don't like the marshmallow texture, but I like the flavor.
So I like doing the peeps where like you can do them over, like roast them over a campfire and get like all
make
crusty
s'mores
and
with
shit.
them.
This would probably be pretty fucking interesting.
Yeah, these are good.
You ever microwaved a peep?
No.
You put a peep in the microwave, and it just starts. You just watch it. It just starts fucking growing.
No, they're really
big.
Like it like probably like triples in size depending on how long you cook it until it explodes. But
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
That's pretty great. So, since this is a Booze and Vinyl episode, and we are going to be talking, I guess we should talk about the album we're talking about too, which is
if you want to,
I know, Neutral Milk Hotel in an Aeroplane Overseas. But first, what the fuck? I'm like all out of sorts because I got all excited you guys were here.
Yeah.
I'm not used to like being in the room with other people.
The Dr. Pepper
They're
peeps
"Oh
are
my
going
God,
to your head.
Oh my god! So we are actually already drinking. We all have the same thing. It is a New Trail Lazy River Pils. It's a dry hopped pilsner, so it's pretty good.
I don't know what the fuck that means, but it's delicious.
What it means is that they didn't want to call it an IPA.
There you go.
They were like, "Oh, we're gonna make something else hoppy."
Gotcha.
So say, like, aren't all
It's not-
hops dry until you put them in the beer and then they're wet?
No, I don't know what any of this means.
Yeah, I don't
just
really
know
know
how
what
to
it
drink the
means.
beers.
I say
Exactly.
it's a 4.4%. It's fucking soup. Like you just fucking drink this all day.
Yeah, no, I know. I
These
know.
are not bad.
No. They are nice. They are very nice. But yeah, so we are here to talk about In an Airplane Over the Sea for Neutral Milk Hotel, and it is a Booze and Vinyl, which is great because it is in Booze and Vinyl Volume 1 by Andre Darlington and Tanaya Darlington, brother and sister, not doing the nasty with each other.
And he didn't kill her.
And
Yeah.
he didn't kill her, apparently. She is alive and well, even though he went and did his own book on for the Christmas. So, you know, I think there's a little bit of tension in the Darlington family, but hopefully they're figuring it out, because I would love a Booze and Vinyl Volume 3.
In my head, Tanaya converted to Judaism between Volume 2 and the Christmas book.
Okay.
So she wanted nothing to do with the Christmas. She's like, maybe she's in the process of writing her Booze and Vinyl Hanukkah edition.
I think there's a Hanukkah drink in there, though.
I think so, probably.
Yeah, so, you know, I mean, whatever. But, all right, so what do you got for us for our first drink?
Our first drink, since this is a book review.
It is a book review. We are reviewing the
Yes.
book and the drink in the book. We are definitely not stealing the idea
Yes.
of their book for this podcast. No copyright infringement whatsoever. This is a book review.
This one we are actually going to make to the recipe. We had to modify the second one, but this one we're going to make to the recipe. For the side A drink, it is called a paper plane. Mm-hmm. The notes in here, it says, think of this recipe as a riff on the Negroni, replacing sweet vermouth with Amaro, Campari with its lighter cousin Aperol, and gin with bourbon. So basically, think of it as a Negroni, but it doesn't have any of the shit that a Negroni has in it.
What's a fucking
Yeah, I don't know what a Negroni is.
Well, they just told you if you were paying attention. So it would have sweet vermouth, Campari, and gin. And generally, it will have a brandied cherry. Sometimes you see them with a lemon peel or whatever for garnish. They're a Negroni's a solid drink. I like them because I like sweet vermouth and I like a little bit of gin from time to time.
Now, I don't think I've knowingly had sweet vermouth.
We drank it on this show.
Have we?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, then I unknowingly
Sweet vermouth would also probably fall under the Amaro umbrella.
then I unknowingly
because it
had
is like
it.
a bitter liqueur.
What?
I think the one I have is French though, so it's not considered an Amaro because it's
okay.
not Italian.
So gin's clear. What color is sweet vermouth?
Sweet vermouth is usually red, like a dark red. Most of it.
Okay.
Now that you say that, I feel like I'm vaguely remembering having
so
something that had
sweet
like a
vermouth and dry vermouth are nothing alike.
No.
Dry vermouth is like super bitter, like twists your mouth up when you
Yeah.
you want a drop of it in a martini. A lot of times people just omit it. When you make a martini at the bar, most of the time you're just throwing gin in a glass and here you go, buddy. Like they don't know.
gin and olives. Take it.
Well, when you do it, do you at least do like the splash of vermouth, or do you not?
I
even
like to
do
put
that?
a drop in the shaker and shake it with the gin. I
Okay.
don't necessarily like to coat the glass, but that's just how I prefer the martinis.
Right.
And I also don't drink a lot of martinis.
Okay,
So
there you go.
Yeah. So anyway, let me start this over. So what they're saying, because we sidetracked in the middle of that paragraph. So think of this recipe as a riff on the Negroni, replacing sweet vermouth with Amaro, Campari with its lighter cousin Aperol, and gin with bourbon. All that plus a touch of lemon juice to give it some acidity.
Mm-hmm.
It is a mighty fine invention by bartender Sam Ross.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Is that the actor?
Isn't that wasn't that Ted Danson in Cheers?
Yeah. Right.
I have no idea who
I
the
think
fuck
that was Sam Malone.
Yeah.
Former Red Sox pitcher, Sam Malone.
Yeah, it was. So, I loved him in Saving Private Ryan, though.
He was actually really good at Saving Private Ryan.
He really was good
Yeah.
in that. But yeah, I don't know who the bartender Sam Ross is, but apparently he
came up with the paper plane.
Yeah.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. What do we got before we drop the needle there?
Oh, this is actually really stupid.
Okay.
So-
Is that an official review?
That is my review
sounds
of
like
this
an official
section.
review.
Okay.
Listen, you'll understand. I think we will all be in agreement. So before you drop the needle, you know that fugly sweater in the back of your closet? Fish it out. Best case scenario, by the end of the night, you're wearing someone else's.
Ooh.
Right? Scandalous.
Yes. Is
So-
this a key party?
The fuck?
I don't know what kind of party.
The
Drinking
fuck kind of
game.
album did I make you guys listen to?
He's going to ask you that
Drinking
question
game.
later, I'm sure.
If someone spills a drink, everyone swaps sweaters. If you notice someone has an empty glass, you can demand that they take their sweater off. How scandalous. And that's the end of it. So I don't know why they put that there or what the idea is.
I think they just needed something.
They needed something to fill the page. They didn't want to leave that blank.
Yeah, they didn't leave that
Could have
blank.
just put a picture of a fucking dog or something on there. And
Or
they
a
didn't.
plane.
Or an airplane.
Flying
or a paper
over the
plane.
sea.
Yeah.
Could have done that too.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, I'm going to get to work.
That seems like the most annoying drinking game imaginable. Like someone spills a drink, everybody.
Yeah, because how many more drinks are going to get spilled while you're like
Yeah.
finding a place to put your drink down
It's
and
like
swap in your sweater?
It's like a sweater Chinese fire drill. Just like,
Ooh, that sounded racist.
yeah,
It did. That actually did. But I don't. I know it wasn't meant.
Yeah.
It wasn't
I'm going to
intentional.
be off frame for a minute.
All right, that's
I don't want to
okay.
be involved with this racism.
Yeah. What's up? Oh, Jack, our producer and director extraordinaire, just brought us some original yellow mustard to go with our pretzels. Thanks, Jack.
Boy.
Why would we want to drink the mustard?
Because it's cool. It's a podcast.
yeah, it's really cool. It's the cool kids do.
Oh, but should we do that for our 1 year anniversary? We'll drink fucking mustard on the podcast?
Yeah, like Super Troopers with the
The maple syrup.
Yeah, you could chug a fucking bottle of mustard in true Philly fashion.
I am all that is man!
What was I fucking watching?
Yeah, you guys stopped watching. You guys didn't celebrate the 50th episode. You gotta do something.
No, we did. This asshole didn't show up.
That's true. That was my fault.
One of you guys have to drink it.
I'm trying to remember what the fuck I was. I can't remember what I was watching. It was like an Instagram reel, but this guy was making. I want to say he was making brownies, but apparently, like he puts Dijon mustard in the brownies that he makes.
I'm out.
Because
That's weird.
Because apparently, according to him, mustard like accentuates the chocolate flavor or some bullshit.
Yeah, I'll bet it does.
So this motherfucker's like giving people brownies. Like, oh, is that good? He's like, yeah, it's really good. He's like, oh, it's because there's fucking mustard in it.
Nope.
So then this motherfucker, he's like, oh, and I'm just gonna eat them the way I eat them. So he has a fucking brownie in his hand and a big fucking like holy shit bottle of Dijon mustard. Just gets a big old scoop with a butter knife and just smears it across the brownie and eats
Okay.
it. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Is that
Nah.
Woodford Reserve?
It is, in fact,
very
for
nice.
reserve.
Not the weirdest way I've seen a brownie eat. There was a big party. I was that time you were at this party. It was
Is
called
that the one where you ate it out of that guy's ass?
no.
Because that was the weirdest I ever saw.
When did I ever eat a brownie out of someone's ass? But it was called Bumfest, and it was at my old house.
Ah, yes.
And I see. I can't necessarily point out who was the person doing it because they may have been highly intoxicated at the time, and now they like actually have like a very important job. But we may apologize to that person a lot on this podcast.
Joe Biden.
Yes, Joe Biden. And he was there, and he was taking a brownie and scooping it into potato salad and just eating it. And at one point, I'm like, dude, do you realize you're scooping potato salad with the brownie? Plus, I think that's a weed brownie. And he just shrugged his shoulders, said, well, it's really good. And he just kept going.
Yeah, I was saying he had to be high.
Oh,
Like,
well, he was something. He was definitely not in his natural frame of mind. It was pretty funny.
he was in a New York state of mind.
He was in a New York State of mind for sure. So, Adam, we got some factoids on this motherfucker?
Yeah, I forgot we were going to talk about an album.
Yeah, we are.
Are we?
So this is one of my picks. It is In an Aeroplane Over the Sea by Neutral Milk Hotel. It was the second and final release by the band, released on February 10th, 1998, which honestly, I've had this album since probably 2010 when Zach gave it to me. And I've been listening to it for better part of 14, 15 years at this point. Had no idea this album was released in the 90s.
That is actually one of my notes. I did not realize how old this album is.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, this album came out when I was single digits. So,
Wow.
yeah. Was recorded at Pet Sounds in Denver, Colorado, and it was released on the label called Merge.
Wait. Just want to take it back. So single digits. So were you in single digits or double digits with kids at that point?
Double digits with kids, single digits in age.
Okay, cool. Go
Yeah,
on.
going on triple digits with kids.
All right.
Excuse me. It was released on Merge. It was produced by Robert Schneider.
Like the actor?
I say star of every Adam Sandler movie ever made.
You can do it.
No, Robert Schneider produced all of the Nutri-Milk Hotel albums. Also, I think, if I'm not mistaken from reading it, I believe he actually played on this as well.
Okay.
He also plays in a band and produced their shit called the Apples in Stereo. Never fucking heard of them.
Nope.
Yeah. The album, Entertainment Weekly gave this album B+. Rolling Stone gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. CMJ New Music Monthly, which I have no idea what the fuck that is, listed it as the #1 album of 1998. And it placed at number 15 on the Village Voices Paz and Jop list, which apparently is a like end of year list that the Village Voice does.
Okay.
But yeah, so
I think they went tits up though, right?
no.
The Village Voice?
Did that paper not shut down?
I have no idea. That wouldn't surprise me.
No. But yeah, that's really all I got for it. Just not a huge. It was it was positively received by critics, but kind of just like written off. Not like it was said. Not like it didn't really get much noise.
Village Voice ceased publication in 2017.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Nailed it.
Yep.
Village Voice.
Village Voice. Village Voice.
And then the band actually, the notoriety that the band did get from this album's release, actually caused the lead singer to basically just like shun away from the limelight, and the band broke up not long after the album came out. So, I 1 year for Zach's birthday, I forget where they were playing, but Nutri-Milk Hotel was playing in Philly somewhere, some small fucking venue. I can't remember which one, and I was like, oh, I'll buy Zach tickets for his birthday, because Zach, I got this album from Zach when he moved back from college. And apparently when I had tried too late to get the tickets, because it was, I think Megan talked about it on the Goo Goo Dolls episode, where she had tried to get tickets, but by the time she went to get them, it was all gouged to shit. So it was like $300 a ticket to see Nutri-Milk Hotel. I'm like, if a Nutri-Milk Hotel ticket costs
$300 to play in my fucking living room.
Yeah, like if this album, to see them cost more than $30, I'd be shocked. But yeah, I was like, I'm not paying $300 a ticket to go see Nutri-Milk Hotel,
especially by like even like early 2000s prices. Like that's that's pretty crazy, because I mean, one point concerts were somewhat affordable. Yeah. So it's why I like going to like smaller bands and seeing their concerts at smaller venues. Anyway.
I would say, I was trying to think about it the other day. I'm trying to think what the most expensive like concert ticket that I ever bought was. And I think it may have been Warped Tour.
Okay.
And it still wasn't even that expensive. Like, it was maybe like $50.
Yeah, I remember that Warped Tour '93 when I was getting tickets. They were like $50, and I had to save up for like fucking months to be able to get the tickets. And
you know what?
I was able to do it.
I lied. Probably the most expensive concert ticket I bought. I took my daughter to her oh Jesus, that's a bad sign.
Wow.
Took my daughter to her first and second concerts. They were both to see Devin Dawson perform.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And, yeah, tell me about
Devin Dawson?
He's some fucking country singer.
Oh, I thought it was a chick. Okay.
No.
But the one time we saw him, I paid for the meet and greet.
Okay.
So that was probably the most expensive concert ticket I've ever paid for.
Yeah, you got the meat all right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this, I swear to God, when you put it over,
that is a disconcerting doo-doo color.
Yeah,
so
not only that.
I don't know what else you call that color, but that's doo-doo,
color.
baby.
Yeah,
you know what it looks like? It looks like iced tea. Like, it looks like weird iced tea.
Dude, it smells like some sort of cleaning solution. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not even
probably.
kidding. Like, I thought you like put like some like, I'm like, wait, are we cleaning with this?
Maybe.
I don't. Oh, I'm afraid to
Clean
try
out
this.
your insides, fucker.
Might. I don't know. I've
Anyway,
been drinking all day
cheers,
too.
guys.
Cheers. Yes.
Hope you don't
to
die.
So this is the paper plane, right?
Did you say you've been drinking all
I've been
day?
drinking all day. Yeah, I played.
Oh, that's right. You played
Yeah,
today.
I played the winery today, and I'm like, oh god.
I just forgot you fucking did that.
That's not bad. Looks like doo-doo. Not bad. Adam and I tried the Amaro that I brought. We tried a little sip of it prior to filming.
This has the
And,
Amaro in it.
This has 3/4 of an ounce in each of these.
Okay.
It's basically 3/4 ounce. It's exactly 3/4 ounce bourbon, 3/4 ounce Amaro, 3/4 ounce Aperol, 3/4 ounce lemon juice.
go.
Shake it with ice.
So I like it. I like the taste better than the smell.
I'm getting a lot of the lemon.
Yeah, it's lemony.
Yeah, it's a quarter lemon
Yeah,
juice.
it's
so that
very,
makes
very,
sense.
very, very lemon forward.
Honestly, you know what this kind of tastes
Amaro
like
is
to me?
Italian Jägermeister. We decided though. By the
Okay.
way, we
Yeah.
tried. It's 100% just Italian Jägermeister.
All right, that's fair. So this kind of reminds me of like fucking like a flat twisted tea.
Twisted teas are flat to begin with.
Yeah,
aren't
they're
they?
not
Yeah, but even
carbonated
more
anyway.
flat. Oh, they're not. I don't know. Whatever. I always thought every time I had one, it was flat. I'm like, oh, another flat one.
No.
That tells you how much.
Man,
I
I got the worst luck with these teas, man.
Terrible fucking luck. 0 for 6. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I'm not big on this.
It's not.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible. I mean, this probably wouldn't be my first choice.
Ours wouldn't be any of those top choices for me. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't choose this.
I feel like I should clean my paintbrushes in this. It's not. It's not good.
Yeah, I could. Like I'll drink this if someone
All
gives
those,
it to me.
all those paintbrushes you have.
I have a bunch of them.
Paul's known for his paintbrushes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm just gonna straight put it up, man. I can't.
See, here's the thing.
touch
I get a lot of the lemon, and I feel like the lemon kind of to me overpowers everything else. I can't
I
really
can
like.
taste the bourbon in the Amaro too.
That's the thing.
can't-
I pointed out. I love Woodford Reserve.
I also don't like Aperol though. Like just
No.
on its own. Like if we put all 4 of them next to each other, I'd rather drink the fucking lemon juice straight up than the Aperol.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not. Oh.
I mean, it's not terrible. I'm gonna finish it.
Once I was pouring it out and I realized it looked like doo-doo, I was like, I'm gonna put some ice cubes in there too.
Yeah, no, I
Just,
saw that. I thought that was a good move, but yeah. No, I'm gonna give my official review on this recipe is a fucking thumbs down on the paper plane, but
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, I think there's been 3 times where you haven't finished the drink.
oh, there's been a few times, yeah.
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 There was the one the fucking the Smiths episode.
Smiths
I had
episode.
to finish you and Frank's drink.
Yeah, I know.
'Cause the one with the fucking absinthe in
Oh,
it.
it was so bad, which will have more absinthe.
One of
soon.
the episodes I was on, you drank one of his drinks for him.
Yeah,
so-
yeah, it did. Yeah, no,
yeah.
I forget what that was
Yeah.
for.
I forget. It
He
might have been a
been
Christmas
abstaining
episode.
though too.
Oh yeah, well you know,
He might have
sometimes I
been
do that.
teetotaler January or whatever the
do.
fuck he called it.
I do it a little bit. It was like moist January.
Moist
It
January.
was supposed to be dry January, and then it was like kind of like slightly wet January, and I just went
Yeah.
with moist January. Yeah. So what else were you saying about this album?
Nothing. No, I was saying that. Yeah, I was saying that I got this album from Zach.
This is our
and
shortest episode ever. Time to move on.
Zach,
baby.
Zach turned me onto this band, and I tried to buy him tickets for his birthday one year, and they were like $300 a ticket. I'm like, get the fuck out of here! No, I'm like, yeah, I'm not spending that much money on these tickets. But I would have liked to have seen the show. I do enjoy this album quite a bit. I always get weird looks when I tell people about this album because no one has ever fucking heard of Neutral Milk Hotel.
Okay, so that surprises me.
Yeah.
But,
I have
okay.
a friend who was a huge fan of this album. Like,
Yeah.
huge fan.
So like I didn't realize this album came out when it did,
Yeah.
and maybe had I not been listening, like I definitely don't like terrestrial radio. Like I don't like the regular commercial radio. It just doesn't do anything for me because after you hear like the
You don't like 32 minutes of commercials per hour?
exactly. Like but like you listen to one segment and you hear like a
Same
whole day's
Led
worth
Zeppelin
of shit.
song fucking 4 times a day?
Yeah, which is horrible. So maybe at the time when this came out, if I had been listening to more NPR, I would have heard of Neutral Milk Hotel sooner. Because
That's where you would have heard it.
excuse me, yeah. And I'm gonna say it was probably
It also seems like a NPR or like the super late night college radio station.
Yeah,
That
oh,
was
yeah,
super
yeah.
weird.
88.5.
yeah. Well, that's like if I did finally like hear about this album. It was like but it was like post like 2005. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it was like between 2005 2010 that I did hear about it, and I do like this album. I do really I enjoy the album. One of the things I like about it is that all right. So this is let me explain this. So this album is weird,
Yeah.
but it's not trying to be weird.
There's a lot of
it's
semen-
just
a lot of semen
fucking,
references.
Yeah, it's just weird. You know what I mean? It's
That's why Paul loves it. It's like, oh,
yes.
I'm all about semen stains this
am,
mountaintop, if you know what I'm saying.
No, it's just a naturally weird album, and I like naturally weird albums. I like naturally weird bands, and so to explain a little bit more, so like They Might Be Giants is a naturally weird band.
Yeah.
Early Weezer is naturally weird. Dead Milkmen are naturally weird. David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust stuff is naturally weird. Presidents of the United States of America. That's naturally weird. But then you get into shit where people are trying to be weird or trying to do something that's so different or so avant-garde, and that fucking sucks. But like, to be naturally weird, it's just like, no, this is just what I'm doing. This is how I'm gonna write it, and this is how it's gonna come out.
Yeah, I don't give a shit what you think. I'm just
Exactly
in a very punk rock type sense. Of,
Yes.
I'm gonna make the fucking thing I want to make, and fuck you if you don't like it.
Exactly. So that is one of the things that I like about it. I did not realize again that it like predated the Decemberist, because I would have put them very similar.
Yeah.
At certain points while listening to this album, I'm like, this has to be the fucking guy from the Decemberist older brother or something. Like,
Well, and that's the thing. I would think that like probably the Decemberist are probably influenced by Natural Milk Hotel. Just like knowing that like even though this album came out in what was it 98, the Decemberists performed in 2000. So I think, and this was Neutral Milk Hotel's second album. So there was probably some influence there. Now the difference is that I find between this album and the Decemberist. The singer Mangum.
Jeff Mangum.
So
Jeff Mangum.
he doesn't sound as goaty as the dude from the Decemberists, and I don't feel like I need a dictionary to listen to this album. Like I don't feel like I listen to the Decemberists and I feel stupider after listening to it, because I'm like, God, I didn't understand any of that. Whereas this album, I don't feel that way.
Actually, on Neutral Milk Hotel's Wikipedia, many indie groups such as Arcade Fire and the Decemberists were influenced by Neutral Milk's
there you go.
You knew that.
eclectic music and earnest lyrics.
Yep. So
The band reunited in 2013, undertook a reunion tour, but took another hiatus in 2015.
okay,
So
all right, cool. Tom, what do you think of this album?
Tom hates it.
It was weird.
Nah.
That was the first adjective I would have used for it. Was weird. It's not terrible. I listened to it, I don't know, 4 times now total. I listened to it on the way up here.
Okay.
I had a very clear couple songs that I hated. That was real easy.
Okay.
Real easy. The top 3 was a little more difficult, but there were some in there that I liked. This isn't something that I would like. I'm probably not going to listen to this again.
Huh.
Okay.
I have a friend who's a big fan of it. I don't really get into, like, they call it indie rock. To me, it's just hipster music, and it doesn't really do anything for me. It's okay.
No.
It's not offensive. It's not boring. It was strange, and yeah.
I like there's a lot going on in it. There's a lot of
There's a
different
lot going on,
instrumentation. It's like kind of similar to like River City Extension, but
It sounds like there's 9 people in the fucking band because they're making a lot of noise.
Yeah, but which is funny because I was reading on the Wikipedia one of the things they had to do going on tours because they had so much, and I guess when they would do their live shows, it would be much more of like an art performance type of thing, like to the point where like the singer was throwing the drummer into the drum set and shit like that. But also because they had all the different instrumentation, they actually had to hire someone to explain to the sound man what was going on while the show was happening. Because there'd be some weird swell or some weird feedback, and they would start like going to no, don't touch it. That's supposed to be there. Don't go hit that. No, leave that alone. You know what I mean? So you'd have someone who went on tour with them as their like basically sound explanation.
Their sound interpreter.
It's pretty much, yeah.
Just like, oh no, that weird fucking thing that's supposed to be there.
Exactly.
This weird fucking sound that
no,
that's not
there,
supposed.
Yeah.
Bet you didn't know that's the soundboard we have at the Nog now.
Oh man, that fucking thing last night, man. Man, let me tell you. All right, so let me tell you something, guys. So I've been so now we're end of March. I have been playing every weekend nonstop since February, since the beginning of February. So for almost 2 months straight, I've been playing at least one show a weekend. The last 4 weeks, I've been doing 3 shows a weekend, 4 shows. It's it's been crazy with St. Patrick's Day. And so last night I played at Tiernanog with where Tom was bartending, and they got a new sound system, which is great. I love the fact that they upgraded the sound system, but it still doesn't fucking work right. Like you shouldn't have to fucking move the volume knob up and down to get the fucking sound to work. So it's just like I was in the middle of songs and it would just cut out in the middle of the song, and I was like, all right, well, fuck it. Like I would just finish. I wouldn't go back into the song. Like, okay, fuck it. Soundboard doesn't want me to play the
Song's
song.
done.
I'm not going to play it.
Thousands
Song's
Are
done.
Sailing has ended.
Yep. There was a couple times that happened, like, which is why I ended up actually playing for a 2 hour straight last night.
Played for 2 hours straight with no sound.
No. I played
No, it works.
because I was afraid that it was going to fucking stop working.
Yeah.
If I took too long, if I took a break, like this thing's, and so I'm like, let me just play until I can't play any, until I really need to take a break, which is what I ended up doing. But no, I will say that I am really fucking tired right now. I'm pretty exhausted. So I have no shows next weekend, and I'm really really fucking happy about that. So
We had a Dixieland jazz band play today.
nice.
And they couldn't figure out the board. And the youngest person, there's 4 people in the band that showed up. And shout out to the Dixiecrats, by the way. They're fucking excellent. Very
go.
entertaining. The youngest person in that band, I think, is like 79. And yeah, he graduated with my father, and my dad graduated high school in 1964. So my old man's gonna be 78. So he's approximately 78. I think he's the young man in the band. They couldn't get that fucking thing to work either, so they just left it off and played without it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it is what it is. But like, I hate it when the sound affects your performance, and I've had that happen a few times in like my whole career of playing music, from teenager till now, and it really, I would say there's probably been a total of 4 times where I can say the sound has truly affected my performance. Last night I wouldn't actually say that was the case, because it was just whatever it was.
You sounded good anyway last night. It was a good show.
Thank you.
You got a couple new fans last night.
Did I?
Yep.
That's always nice. They never come back though. A lot of people are one and done with me.
So the one dude that was there, the big guy with the hat standing over by the jukebox, Brian, he is a big Gaslight fan. So when you played that Gaslight song, he was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I know
Nice.
this. He was
Nice.
pretty impressed with some of the stuff you played.
Nice.
Which is kind of how I felt when I heard Paul play Gaslight for the first time. I was like, oh shit, Paul knows this?
Hey, sometimes I know some cool shit. Do we have another drink? Because this episode seems to be moving along pretty quickly.
I didn't realize Adam chugged his
I
fucking
know.
drink.
I know.
Listen,
I was over here sipping mine.
I'm an adult.
Yeah, so we have a second one here. The side B drink is called the Improved Holland Cocktail.
Okay.
So, according to the notes here, improved drinks get their name by receiving additional shine from maraschino liqueur and or absinthe.
Oh, this has both.
They appeared first as a group in the back of Jerry Thomas's
Spoiler alert.
It's a lot of shine.
1876 cocktail book, The Bartender's Guide.
My grandma called it shining.
Here, the Holland cocktail gets an
Can't say
upgrade from its original build, made with orange curacao. We ended up having to. I 100% am.
It's like a special skill that, like, I feel like it's something that, like a skill
When you
that.
have children, you just learn to just fucking
I
plow on.
was gonna say from you being a bartender, like you've probably gotten really good at just ignoring idiots talking. Like,
Oh, constant. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Idiots playing, idiots talking. Yeah. Yeah. This one we had to throw a curveball in because we couldn't actually find a bottle. This is the one that called for. I don't know if it's pronounced Genever. That's how I would pronounce it. It's spelled Genever or Genever. I don't fucking know.
Geneva Convention.
Yeah. This one looks like a fucking crime, though, to be honest with you. Like a war crime. This is bad. So, the Genever is or Genever is a...
I dated Jennifer in high school.
Yeah. It's a liquor that is... It's distilled from, like, with a lot of juniper berries.
Real quick, isn't the actress who played Johnny Cash's first wife in Walk the Line, isn't her name Jennifer?
I have no
Jennifer.
idea.
Jennifer Goodwin.
Oh, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've never seen the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's a good movie.
No.
Yeah, I don't... Johnny Cash does nothing for me.
All right, it's okay. We all have our faults.
Every song of his is the same. As he went with the... And I mean, good for him. He figured out... Somebody figured out how to cash in on this one thing. So he made like a... Here's my template for Cash Money, and I'm going to make the same song 50 fucking times.
Yeah.
But also... Frank Sinatra did it to great effect. He made $1 billion fucking dollars making. He wrote the same song 60 fucking times.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think he wrote
Rob
any
Zombie did it fucking 7,000 times. Good for him. Like,
Yep.
great that they can do it.
You could probably also argue that Rob Zombie not only did that with his music, but has also done that with his film career as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I saw him like last summer though, and he was very entertaining on his tour.
He's coming around again.
And he threw his little brother some work. I was impressed.
A couple guys that work for me were talking about going to see Rob Zombie. I forget who he's playing with, but they're talking about.
I
going
guarantee
to see
his
him.
fucking
At
brother's band
the
with him.
place in Camden.
Yeah.
That's where I saw him. It was a very entertaining show, even though the music sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his little brother was the opening. There was 4 bands. His little brother's band, Power Man 5000, was the first band.
Oh, his little brother's Power Man 5000.
Spider is his little brother. Yeah,
All
the
right.
singer. So that's why they were always on like Ozfest and shit because it was his brother. It's like the guy from Korn's little brother's band.
POD.
No, Edema.
Oh, Edema?
Yeah, that's the Jonathan Davis's little brother is the singer of Edema.
No shit.
Yeah, that's how they would always get work, like because they had a well-established older brothers.
I don't.
But Spider still got some work. He was playing the fucking basically the happy hour of the show. It was like 6 p.m. when they went on stage.
I don't remember the last time I've heard anyone say Power Man 5000 or Edema out loud.
Well, you were like 11 when they were famous.
Yeah, but like
famous.
yo,
But
Power
they were
Man-
only also famous for 35 minutes.
Yeah, because Power Man 5000 was.
They had
famous.
one song.
They were famous for like 45 minutes because that one song was
When
in a
Worlds
Tony Hawk's
Collide.
Pro Skater game.
Oh, I don't remember the song from Pro Skater.
Yeah,
I just
it was in the second.
When Worlds Collide.
Yeah, it was in the second one.
Yeah, that one had a minute.
Yeah.
Edema had a couple songs on the radio, but they didn't last very long. But anyway, we couldn't find this Geneva shit, so we ended up having to just use some gin that has a juniper fucking flavor, assuming. We also were not, because we need literally 1/2 of an ounce of maraschino liqueur. Yeah, we just have maraschino cherry. We're
that's fine.
using the liquid out of a jar, and we're going to fucking pretend it's the same
It's okay.
rather than spend $23.
I couldn't even find it. I looked for it. I couldn't even fucking find it.
I can find
so.
it if I look real hard,
Okay,
but
cool. Then there's no.
I wasn't
there's no
about
point.
to.
Yeah, fuck it.
It's gonna take a few minutes because I gotta wash out I got a Boston shaker and I gotta wash all this shit out.
Okay,
So
all right.
give me a few minutes to prep
Cool.
and I will come back and
Cool.
make a drink.
So while Tom is prepping, I've actually
you're
opened this up. What's that?
Careful, you're spilling.
Oh, I'm spilling. Look at that. Oh, can you get me that green towel right there? So, I've actually switched up my beers here for the Pilsner. This is so sometimes I am that asshole who will buy something just because the label looks cool.
Oh, I do that all the time.
So this is by Bald Birds Brewing Company. So,
Say that 5 times.
Bald Birds Brewing Company.
Ball bag brewing?
This is called Good Jams Hazy Pale Ale, and I liked it because it had a cassette tape on the can. So so I'm gonna try this out. It's apparently
You just farted, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
God damn it.
Bald Birds Brewing Company is Jersey Shore, PA. That sounds like an oxymoron.
No.
Yeah.
I always like Jersey Shore. Like Jersey Shore, PA reminds me of the places in the United States that have that are named after cities in Europe, like Paris, Texas.
Yeah.
Like, just makes me laugh.
Here, try that.
I think Tom Segura has a bit about it where he's talking about he's like, oh, do you like Paris? He's like, do you mean the actual Paris or this fucking turd that you guys named after something awesome?
Yeah, I think I'd rather drink the mustard than that, as Jack had suggested.
I don't mind that.
You don't mind it? It's all you down, buddy. Oh yeah, that's not, man. I'm not having a good luck with the
Honestly,
drinks tonight.
it has a very it's fine, but I mean when you've had so many fucking small brewery IPAs,
yeah,
it just they all kind of fucking bleed together. If you put if you gave me a fucking Pepsi challenge of a fucking hipster IPAs, I probably fucking couldn't pull any of them out because they all kind of end up tasting the same.
Yeah, I can see that. So back to the album that we're here to talk about. One of the aspects, there were certain aspects of this album where it definitely hurt my ears a little bit. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it was Jeff Mangum's voice. Mm-hmm. But that being said, even though it's a little shrilly,
very very whiny,
a little shrilly, kind of the Decemberist-esque as well as Bright Eyes-esque, it works with the music.
Yeah,
it works with a lot of the weird music. So so I did enjoy that. It's funny. So one of the things I do with this album, so I don't own this album. I do like this album. I have heard it before,
That was a question I was gonna ask you. If you, prior to having to listen to it for this, have you heard this album before?
I had. So, and it's just one of those things where it's some kind of like, okay, cool. Like, I generally enjoy it, but I don't have it in my personal collection.
Yeah.
However, we do have it here in stock at the Ottsville Record Garage. So if you go to OttsvilleRecordGarage.com and you don't have a copy of this album, you can purchase it. But here's one of the reasons I actually keep it in stock. Besides, I mean, it does sell, so it's probably something like I've had it, I've sold it a few times over, right? So, and every time I sell it, I usually get it back in stock, and eventually it sells. It's not like not like hotcakes. It's not like, put it down and it's gone. I mean, it takes some time, but it is a consistent seller. But also one of the reasons I have it in here, and this is what I do sometimes with when I'm bringing in new inventory, is I basically, because it's a small business and like we live and die by every sale, I basically try to stock stuff that, like, when the business fails, I don't care if it goes into my personal collection.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is one of those albums where, like, one of the reasons why I have it in stock and I continue to get it in stock is because if, like, tomorrow I have to shut the doors of the Ottsville Record Garage, I'm going to take it. I'm going to put it in my personal collection. I'll be happy with it.
Is that why you have so much Avenged Sevenfold?
That's exactly why I have so much Avenged Sevenfold. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, shit, which reminds me. I think I owe you money. Didn't you get me a record?
I did.
Okay, yeah. How much do I owe?
I don't fucking know.
I'll Venmo you.
Yeah, all right. You Venmo me? Okay. Yeah, how do you Venmo me from an account that is zero? Like, what's that do?
Huh? No, let me tell
I'm
you.
just saying you have no money.
No, I was
bastard.
actually pleasantly surprised because at work I bonus twice a year.
Oh, okay.
And so my bonus came through on Friday, and it was definitely more than I was expecting.
Nice.
So I
Now you
think
can get that operation.
exactly I can get my bottom surgery. I think we talked about it on the podcast where I was. Yeah, we did. It was the episode. It was the weekend of the Taylor Swift episode because Kylie drove me up here. I was driving home from work one day and I had to stop short because the guy in front of me slammed on his brakes, and I hydroplaned, swerved to avoid him, hit the curb, went up the curb, blew out 3 of my tires. About a month later, I'm driving and I realized that I have a fucking screw in my sidewall.
Oh.
And then one more fucking joy in owning a car. The other day I'm going down to my apartment to get a shower before work. I'm on the turnpike for maybe a minute and a half, and a fucking rock chips my fucking windshield.
Oh.
And it's like, by the time I got off the turnpike, it had already fucking spread.
splattered?
So, as an insurance professional, I will tell you to lower your comprehensive deductible to $100, and then, boom, and it's going to cost you $30 a year, just for the listeners. Since we are an educational podcast,
There you go. There you go.
What is this?
comprehensive. So, I've been an insurance agent for 10 years, and I've owned my own agency for the last 5. Just sold it, whatever. But your comprehensive for your motor vehicle insurance will cover for fire, theft, vandalism, malicious mischief. A tree falls on your car, you hit a rock while you're driving on the road, you hit a deer, any of that shit. That's what covers that, and it's cheap. Lower your comp deductible to $100.
There you
You're
go.
not out of pocket when that sort of thing happens.
Well, I have to call. My car has also been due for inspection since October, and I just haven't gotten it done. But when I bought the car, I leased the car before I bought it, and when I leased it, I had the wherewithal apparently to get the extended warranty. So we talked about it on the podcast when you and I went to go see Gaslight Anthem.
Yeah, go on.
On my way up to pick up Paul for the concert, my car overheated. Turns out I had a hole in my radiator. So when I brought the car in to do the paperwork to pay for to buy it, they were like, "Oh, you have the extended warranty, so we're just going to replace the radiator." Cool. Ooh,
that's pretty.
That's an interesting.
That actually
color.
looks like our Dr. Pepper Peeps a little bit, but not as dark.
So I decided that when I bought the car, I was going to get the extended warranty. So I got to see what exactly is covered underneath that, like down to, because like for all I fucking know, they might fix my fucking windshield for free.
No, I doubt that.
I wouldn't bet on it.
But you can
Nah.
you can try. You can find out. You can
Well,
find
if I
out.
can fix my radiator for free.
Well, yeah, but that's different. Windshields are different. It's I don't know, man. What do
They're
you got?
usually going to they're not going to cover the wear and tear stuff. They will cover things that are defective.
Yes.
The windshield wasn't defective. It
Yeah,
was.
it was.
Right.
It was once that rock hit it. Yeah, you know.
But that's why they won't. That's why they're likely not going to cover that.
So I am fucking striking out with beers here. This is a Conshohocken Brewing Company Pow Juice. It's a hazy double IPA.
It's got an exclamation point, so it's POW!
Yeah, pa. The Kobayashi, pa. But this is horrible. This is fucking so bad.
The best line in Step Brothers is...
Let me try it so I can give it a fucking
God.
0
Oh.
on Untappd.
You've seen him eat a man's penis before. It was in international water, so it couldn't be prosecuted. We'll try this, because Paul also said this was bad, and I think this is fine.
That's not terrible.
Give me that one.
It's bad.
Again, I think that Peep he's having like a diabetic emergency.
I've also been drinking since noon. So, well, no, wait, was it noon? No, like one.
No, this one I don't like at all.
No?
Maybe
cool.
So
I like this better than I like this.
yeah, but
That's not awful, but I like this better.
Oh, I don't want it. The fucking thing's like 9%. I
you
gotta
like
drive home.
you like old people
9%?
candy too. Yeah, it is.
9%?
It's 9%, and it's like it's just not
Christ.
good. It's not good. All right, so passing the drinks down. Tom, you will have to remind us what we have.
I
here.
got you, buddy. Give me 1 second.
All right.
What did we used these glasses before, didn't we?
Yeah, for Christmas.
Christmas.
episode.
I would say it was something on the Christmas episode.
Christmas episode for sure.
So let me just show our viewing audience here how
Oh, no.
close. This is pretty amazing. You can't really see it, but like the Peep is almost the same color as this drink. It's pretty awesome.
It is a very cool color, but that's because of the maraschino. Mm-hmm. But it is not. I do not have high hopes for this drink.
As you were reaching for the Peep, Tom was rimming his glass with the lemon peel, and in my head, you were gonna start rimming your glass with the Peep. I'm like, I don't think that's how the drink's intended.
Ooh.
That's not how tonight.
Just rub the little
Tonight, I don't like that. Like,
You gotta rub.
Tonight, I don't want me to rub my Peep on the glass. No.
I mean, it would have been funny if you were just rubbing the Peeps, like just rubbing its little butthole all over the rim of your glass.
Speaking of Peep buttholes, we're getting chickens soon. Yeah,
are you getting
don't have
when
buttholes,
you
so
get
I
the
know,
when, do you say chickens don't have buttholes?
They don't.
No.
No, it's a bird. Did you go to biology? Did you take any like earth science? When you
Yeah,
were
but we didn't go into birds having buttholes.
Lizards don't either. Yeah, they got a cloaca. It's like a. It's one little.
That's a great word.
There's one entrance that reptiles have and birds and stuff. You know. Yeah,
remember
it all comes out of there.
And when you say that, I remember the term cloaca.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you heard it before somewhere.
Isn't
Yeah.
that a Disney
Right,
movie?
but you were
Yeah.
fucking busy trying to hook up with some chick in science class in 9th grade
He
instead
probably
of
was.
yeah, instead of paying attention.
He was like, "Hey, baby,
Yeah.
you want to make some motherfucking money?"
Or yeah, he was. Yeah.
All right, so what do we got going on here?
Okay, so the second one is the improved Holland cocktail.
Okay.
Is the Jennifer
What is a Holland-
maraschino liqueur, Angostura bitters, absinthe, simple syrup, and a lemon peel and a cherry for a garnish. That's it.
What? So this is. So it was saying that to give it the raz pizzazz. You.
Oh, because you guys were talking shit while I was trying to read this.
No,
thing.
no,
That's
no.
why you don't
See,
know
no. But I was
the
listening.
word I
It
said.
said to put the shine on
No,
it.
because you.
It said to put the shine on it.
So
You use maraschino liqueur or
That's why you
absinthe.
need me to reread this because you didn't
No,
hear
no.
a fucking thing I said.
No, I was-
after
no.
I said shine.
No,
you
so
asshole.
so I was just asking. Have you ever? It said it's an improved Holland cocktail.
Yes.
Have you ever made a Holland cocktail before?
I don't know what the fuck a Holland cocktail
Okay.
is.
It's basically this, but without maraschino.
without-
Apparently so, yeah.
it's
without
without
Did
the
you put the
shine.
absinthe in this too? It's got the grande absinthe. Oh, you forgot the dash of absinthe.
How do you dash it? I'm confused.
I'm gonna show you how you dash it.
Oh.
Oh, but they can't see it on screen.
They don't need to see it on.
They don't
fucking
need to see it on screen. Okay.
No, because I'm trying to get like a fucking.
Oh, there you go.
drop.
Look at that. Look at that. That's like sometimes when I pee, that's what it looks like. Is that
Yeah.
normal?
Yeah. It's like
Oh,
if
there you
you've
go.
got a prostate issue.
I said
Yeah. Well, you know,
it comes
You don't
out
wanna
like
start
that, and
Give me a second.
it feels like razor blades.
we can milk it a little bit. You know. All right. So we gotta stir it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We gotta
Finger
start. Don't
jabs.
drink it yet.
Hold on a second.
Oh, he's got it. He's got special bartender tools. This
No,
is.
I don't have
Oh
a
man,
spoon.
that fucking literally like there's like 3 drops absinthe.
Oh,
in this,
you
but
can
it
smell that shit.
I don't have a spoon. Usually just stir it around.
It immediately fucking changed the smell.
Yeah,
of
it did. Yeah,
I have
it
a
did.
spoon, but I dug the cherries out of it
That's
and I
okay.
fucking put it in my mouth because I didn't know where to set it down. So I
that's
don't want
all
to put that in your drink.
It's okay. It's okay.
Let me borrow that.
All right.
So
Yeah, you left your drink back there.
That's for really big splinters.
All right, so this is
tired.
so am I. The improved Holland cocktail. So that's
Yeah.
what we're
you may
trying
have heard
here.
me read all about it earlier.
I did. So what makes it improved?
So,
No.
so improved drinks get their name by receiving additional shine. Shut up, Adam. From maraschino liqueur and/or absinthe. They appeared first as a group in the back of Jerry Thomas's 1876 cocktail book, The Bartender's Guide. Here, the Holland cocktail gets an upgrade from its original build, made with orange curacao.
Is that the Bartender's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Which would be so fucking cool if that was a thing. I guess.
Why don't you write that, man?
Yeah, I have a.
I know.
This is
I
a
know.
bartender's or
Listen, you're
a
welcome.
hitchhiker's guide to the fucking galaxy tattoo.
You are welcome. We will have season. Well, actually, it'll take you probably about 5 years to write that book, and at that point, we should be finishing up season 2.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So
Season 3 will kick
season
off.
3
with
will
the,
kick off
nice,
with your.
with the bartender's guide to the galaxy book review. Nice. I like it. Cheers.
There we
Great
go.
idea, Paul.
Oh God, I wish we didn't put the absinthe. in
Yep,
there.
hated that.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh, I think it's the absinthe that kills it. I think it
There's
would have been fine without the
drop
absinthe.
of absinthe
I know,
in there.
but still. Oh,
I don't like that.
I'm still deciding.
But also, I don't
course
think
you
the
are, you
absinthe. I don't
fucking-
even know that I can taste the absinthe.
I can't.
I feel like I can.
I can definitely
Yours
taste it.
literally has a drop.
Yeah.
Like mine and Paul's has a little bit more, but
try
yours
this.
literally has a drop.
Fucking crying about it. Give me that.
I feel like I can taste the
Mine
absinthe.
doesn't taste any different than yours. It's the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think, like we were talking about, like with hot dog water, right? One drop is enough to ruin whatever. Oh god. Absinthe is the same way. One drop is enough to ruin whatever.
This is absolutely fucking horrible.
No.
I'm gonna put this up here.
This tastes like something.
I can't do it. It tastes like shit. Is what it tastes like. Actually,
No.
I'm gonna drink the fucking mustard to make this taste better. Jesus
you won't do
Christ.
it.
No, I won't. But that's
Pussy.
besides the point. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Pussy, shut up.
What are we like 8 years old? You know what I mean? What, you
peer
think I ever
pressure
called a
works.
Pussy before?
Triple dog there, yeah.
Oh fuck you then.
Peer pressure is a thing because that shit works.
Oh man, yeah, no, that
I don't like
that's-
this. I don't like that
No.
that licoricey kind of aftertaste that the absinthe is giving it.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm like.
But you got Angostura bitter. Well, not I use Fee Brothers bitters because I like them better than Angostura because I don't bring liquor to it.
okay.
But the bitters also like I can taste them. Like it's just overpowered by the absinthe and the bitters.
Wait, the bitters you use is non-alcoholic?
Yeah.
Really?
So Angostura bitters are like 70%.
Yeah, it's like
alcohol.
super crazy. I remember
Yeah.
reading that one day, like super surprised. It was when I was making. I was making old fashions.
Yeah, I use this brand, which is Fee Brothers.
Oh, okay.
And they're not. There's no alcohol in them.
Oh, wow.
I like that better. Like, it still tastes good. It still uses the same essential oils and all the other
Yeah.
bullshit. It's just not diluted with alcohol. It's just water soluble instead.
No.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on when I was making old fashions one day. I was like, oh shit, this is like an obscene amount of alcohol in this.
You're never with the bitters. You're never really putting more than a couple drops.
Yeah.
It's not.
Excuse me.
It doesn't make a substantial difference to most drinks.
But apparently, you put a couple drops of absinthe though, and it fucks everything up.
Absinthe is also super high alcohol. Usually.
I'm super-
What
yeah,
was
it
what was the percentage on that? Do you
I don't
remember?
remember. I don't remember.
I'm super curious now of what this would do. What this would be without the.
Yeah,
without
this
the
is
absinthe.
this shit's 138 proof.
Yeah.
69% alcohol.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's a good number.
Yeah.
it is.
Nice.
So, so I am going to give this a thumbs down. Both drinks.
That's what ruins it. If you
that-
smell that, it just
Oh
smells
yeah,
like
yeah.
See, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
I like this.
It's like getting-
I like Anison. Like I like the pizzelles and stuff. I love that flavor,
Yeah,
but it
'cause
doesn't.
it's a
it
cookie,
doesn't
of
work.
course,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, yeah, of course. I
There's a
love
lot
it.
of sugar in there.
I
I like
know.
them too.
It sounds like anus, Paul. We know. Just,
Hey,
We gotta try some.
yeah, go for it, man. Go for
I'm
it.
kind of like. Remember in Gladiator when Joaquin Phoenix is like, "Oh, are we gonna kill Russell Crowe?" That's how I kind of feel about this drink. I'm kind of teetering.
Oh,
Is
no,
this the
man.
first one that would have defeated Adam? Is that what happened?
No, I'm just trying to figure out because like
This would be the first one on the show that you haven't been able to finish.
It tastes like something to me, and I keep trying to figure out what the fuck it is. It's not horrible, but it's not like
It's not good.
it's
It's
not.
It's horrible.
It's not.
man.
Yeah,
These-
it's not.
I don't think it's that bad. I just don't like it.
I'm going thumbs down on both
Yeah,
of
I
these
mean,
drinks, man. Andre and Tanaya Darlington, you did not do us any favors
Alright, so
today.
I like the first one better. The first one's got like the lemon juice makes this one better.
Actually, yeah. Let me see if that'll like.
This you said
erase
this.
the-
You
you
said
can
this.
wash the taste out of your mouth.
You said this is you put gin in this, right?
This one
no,
is
that's fucking still bad.
yeah gin.
Okay, because now I'm feeling like that's what I'm fucking tasting. Is
I don't
that-
taste the gin at all.
I feel like I'm getting that
Rubbing
Christmas
alcohol?
that Christmas tree fucking taste of gin that I'm
Take a
getting.
shot of the gin. It's not that bad.
No,
Yeah.
no, I
Aviation-
tried.
aviation
I
gin.
said
Yeah,
this
it
is
is-
the aviation. You
it's
It's
brought this
smooth.
before,
It's
yeah.
not very junipery to begin with.
Yep. So if I was drinking these drinks and listening to this album, I
Oh.
probably would hate this album. Yeah,
Now,
do it,
question.
do it.
what if you were listening to this album, drinking these drinks, and swapping sweaters?
Depends on who I'm swapping sweaters
There
with.
you go.
That is.
Want some absinthe straight up?
No.
No.
I think I tried. I did
Yeah,
before.
he did it. Oh man.
I think I just took. I'm pretty sure I took a swig off the bottle when we first got it.
Man, so Tom,
that is.
brutal.
It's just bad.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's also 70% alcohol.
Yeah.
I don't drink a lot of 138 proof shit.
Nope. So Tom, you got any more thoughts on this? On this? Oh, we got
What a punk bitch I am.
Yes.
No, I don't have any more thoughts. I kind of agree with both of you. I didn't hate this album. It was very fucking weird. There were parts of it I liked. There were
You keep
parts of it I
shaking
didn't.
this mustard like you're gonna drink it. Like, stop being about it and be about it, motherfucker.
Oh, God. All right. Did that get the taste out of your mouth?
Yeah, it did actually.
Okay, cool.
That worked. Thank you.
Cleanse your palate. Yellow mustard.
Get beers out here.
There were things I liked. There were things I didn't like. But, yeah. I don't see me listening to this album again unless I just happen to be there when it gets put on.
It's understandable.
Okay.
But it wasn't the worst thing I ever heard.
All right. Were you? Any final thoughts of the album?
Yeah, just
It was a good idea, Adam.
like I said, most of the time when I say something about this album, people give me a weird look because A, the name of the band sounds weird as fuck, and B, they've just never heard of the fucking band.
I think it's kind of a cool name.
I agree.
Yeah.
But
Are you grabbing Pilsners by chance?
I am.
Thank God. Thank
wash
you.
your mouth out with the pilsners.
Yes.
But yeah, like I said, it's definitely a strange one. Mm-hmm.
But again, it's weird, but it's not weird for the sake of being weird.
It's weird. It's not weird for the sake of being weird, which is good. So
It's just weird.
yeah, give it a try. Don't judge a book by its cover. Give it a try, and
Again, I like the cover
yeah,
too. Like
the cover,
I
the
do.
cover is cool. I think I've seen people who have gotten that album cover as a tattoo.
Well, that's a little eccentric. So
Yeah.
but unless you're gonna get like a Birmingham 6 logo, I don't see why you would get an album
Yeah.
cover as a. But no, I
Which reminds me, speaking of Birmingham 6, I was a very big fan of the Irish music episode that
did you like
you
that?
put out, and I'm sitting there listening to it. I'm like, holy.
Pilsners are all gone. You got whatever I could grab.
Oh God. Okay.
Take a
Oh,
choice.
Paul hates those too.
That's a great.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
I'll do this one. That works.
But yeah, I was sitting there listening to it in the car, and you asked Joe
Joe, my fiddle player.
Yeah,
Fiddle player?
you asked Joe how he feels about Irish music, like his final thoughts on Irish music, and he's like, "Well, let me tell you my fucking final thoughts on Irish music." I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like
Yeah.
shit, and like fucking Brian fucking was like, keeping fucking time with like banging on the table and shit. I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'm like,
yeah.
"This is a fucking
That was a great
This is a
episode.
good
I
fucking
love that.
time."
Our
also-
first music episode. Music
Yeah.
I like
episode.
those two guys a lot too. Joe's funny.
Yeah.
I really like Joe.
Joe's like so. The funny thing is,
Not
like,
that I don't also really like Brian.
No, I hear
You know
you.
what I mean?
like Joe's a quiet guy, so a lot of people don't know how to read Joe because he's quiet. But Joe's like quiet in the sense that if you don't know him, he's not really gonna talk to you.
Yeah.
Once you get to know Joe, it's like he's like a fucking library, like just like he's
Which is
just full of so much like musical knowledge and
It's funny because like
I
I've
follow him on social media. He's very smart too, and I
Yes.
like the shit that he talks about.
very expressive in
yeah.
how he talks. So it's pretty awesome.
I've met Joe, I've met Joe a bunch of times from coming to see you play. And like every time I see Joe,
Excuse me.
like the vibe I always get like watching him play with Birmingham 6 is that like he lost a bet and now he has to hang out with you guys.
It's not.
That's not wrong.
It's not wrong.
Yeah.
It's not. You know.
He may have lost a bet. And he's just 8 years later or whatever. He's still
Oh,
fucking
it's more,
stuck.
it's more than that.
Yeah,
We figured it
whatever
out,
is,
man.
he's
It's
still
like,
stuck.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing you guys play for
I know.
a lot longer
I
than
know.
8. It's been
Yeah.
fucking
Long
15 at
time.
this point.
Yeah. Yep.
Holy shit.
So I am drinking to get the taste of these horrible Neutral Milk Hotel drinks.
You're
out of my
saying
thing.
the Philadelphia Pretzel Factory original yellow mustard
that
didn't
helped?
help?
No, that did help. That actually helped a lot.
That was literally. I'm 46 years old. I've never seen someone do a shot of mustard before.
Hey.
It would have been better if it was the super hot. That's
Oh
my,
fuck that! No, then I wouldn't
I
have done
like that one a
That's my
lot.
shit.
I'm a yellow mustard kind of.
I like to clean out my
I
sinuses
get like
while
a
I'm
key
eating a
bump with the
pretzel.
super hot.
Oh,
Just
there you
like-
go. I'm drinking a Samuel Smith's Organic Chocolate Stout.
I just had one of those on Thursday for the first time, and they're very good.
Oh, Modest. I just saw Modest.
Fuck!
Everybody
Why did you
drink.
do that? You fucking dickhead!
Everybody
You
All right, here we
goddamn
go.
asshole! Fuck!
just caught me out of the corner.
God damn it!
All right, now
shit.
we have to chug, right?
Yeah, I
All right,
can't
I'm,
chug.
I'm not gonna chug this.
I can't.
I still got like 3/4 of this left. I'm gonna chug this.
Oh God, I can't chug. Why did you have to point it out, you motherfucker?
He's adorable.
Oh,
I want to hold him.
All right, I did it.
you did do. Oh
I
my
fucking just chugged a
It's
Yingling
rough.
Hershey Porter.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
not, and it's so cold. It was so fucking cold while I was drinking. That's all I could think of.
It's so cold.
It's so fucking cold.
What movie's that from?
I don't know, but don't chug a fucking beer you just got out of the fridge.
Oh, it's from Beer Fest.
I do.
yeah.
Yes. I am fucking. My eyes are tearing up. It's so cold.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
All right. I got you bitches covered. I chugged my beer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I had to explain it.
Next
then
time
you
it's one on
fucking made me laugh.
Next time it's on you guys.
God damn it.
Fucking bother.
All right. I need another beer. I'll be right back.
All right, dude. I think there's some IPAs in the bottom too. If you can grab one of those for me too.
Oh, you want an IPA?
Yeah, I'll take one of those.
I would have drank the fucking. I didn't realize.
I know. No, I'll drink it. It's all good. It's all good. Wow, man, this has been a crazy episode. So I do like this album. I think it's cool. I am glad that I got to listen to it more extensively. Like I said, I've heard the album before, but I've never really have delved into this album. I've just kind of listened.
This is
to it
another
a few
one where I
times.
thought it was gonna be a hit or miss for you.
That'll work. Yeah. No. This one, like, even when you put it on
God.
your 25, I was good with it. I'm like, all right, cool. No, it'll be good to listen to that album. So yeah. So yep. So is there anybody else who you want to know?
Yeah,
Why do I have to keep setting you up?
No,
on
no.
this, man?
I was waiting until you were done talking. So
Oh, okay.
I'm a gentleman. Even though she hasn't seen me in like a month and a half
I
and
know.
was scared of me tonight,
She was.
I still care more about what you assholes think than I care about what that baby angel, sweet baby angel.
Wait, you
upstairs.
care more about?
No,
what
no,
I think?
I-
you don't care more.
No, I could care less
Oh,
about
okay.
you fucking assholes.
Yes.
That sweet baby angel upstairs.
Uh-huh.
How does Regina feel about this album?
She likes it.
Yeah.
It's a like. It is a solid like.
Regina's way
I
into-
can see children liking
Yeah.
this, like small babies
Uh-huh.
liking this album.
way into Jesus.
Waiting to Jesus. She's like, Jesus, I love you.
Jesus and Seaman
I feel like
references.
this is a very good album for. This album was maybe made specifically for little tiny babies.
Yeah, right. No, she was singing to it. Definitely seemed to enjoy it. She was into it, and it wasn't just like a one time. There were a few times over. It's a key fob to get me into a private club. Yeah, yeah. It's called your mom's house. Yeah.
Nice. I got my keys are over there. I'd show you mine.
You have to remember. Like,
Sorry.
so this is the key fob to get you into your stepmom's house.
It's not my stepmom. Paul just holds the camera.
Before it was cool.
Yeah. Paul just holds the camera though.
That's true. That's true. All right. So yeah. So Regina likes this album. Man, if anything, if this episode is complete shit and people hate it, I don't care.
I don't care.
Because
It
this
is
has
fun.
been so much fun tonight.
So this
I've
is
cried. This is the second time I've cried during this
This is what I
episode.
imagine because Megan was saying on the last episode that she's a high school biology teacher,
She is, yes.
and I imagine that like she said some of her students were like, "Oh shit, you're gonna be on a podcast." I imagine that some of her students are like, "Oh, fucking."
If I was on a podcast, this is exactly the same jokes we'd be making.
This fucking Megan's on a fucking podcast. Let's listen to that. Well, let's listen to the next episode, and then this is what they fucking get.
Oh, now's a perfect time to give a shout out to my friend Liz, who listened to her first episode literally today.
Oh God, what episode?
The last episode.
Oh, she listened to
yeah.
Google Dolls. Okay, all right,
Yeah.
good. Well, so now she's hooked, and then when she listens next week,
I've been trying to convert people to listen to the show, so
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Actually, it's funny.
picked up at a bad time though. She just started from the beginning.
Our viewership is actually growing too. So now we're down to 97% of our audience being in the United States and 3% being the rest of the world. Fucking
remember-
Japan's listening to
I
us
forget-
now.
I
You
forget-
got to mention Taylor Swift a couple more times.
Well, yeah, I
I
know,
think.
right?
That's
Yeah.
good
I
for
know.
the fucking brand.
I forget which episode you said it on, but you said the demographic is also getting younger.
Demographics getting a little bit younger as well. Yeah. So like
Like how
you know,
younger?
Okay. So
Yeah. I mean,
how
enough
you
that
asking,
Adam's.
Adam? What are you asking for?
There's this
Did you see how he got a boner when he said that?
There's this comedian who has a bit where it's like you can describe people as young, but you can only use the word young once. He's like, look at those young kids over there playing soccer. They look like they're having so much fun. You can't say, look at those young boys playing soccer.
So 50% of our audience is like my age, like 45 to like 55 or some shit like that.
I like how you bracketed that instead of just actually saying your age.
Yes.
50% of our viewership are, anywhere between 25 and 106.
But
So-
24%, which is the next demographic, is between 26 and 35.
That's my age.
That's your age group.
That's
yeah.
my
And then
people.
everything else.
So
is
you
like
and
kinda
it's
ups and
him and
downs.
Megan.
Basically,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Megan.
Yes.
That makes
So,
sense.
But yeah, so
And the
yeah.
rest of it's me, you, and Kristen.
Exactly, pretty much.
And
yeah.
other Tom.
And the other Tom, yes.
Okay.
Sorry, Tom.
Excuse me. Yeah, sorry, Tom. So
I'm
yeah,
not sorry.
so we are on the Regina Factor. It's 12 likes and 4 dislikes for your albums, 12 likes and 3 dislikes on mine, 10 indifference. So I still have a half game lead on you for there. So Tom, I'm going to go to you. Top 3 songs, Tom.
Let me get out my little hipster notebook.
Your hipster notebook. That is, if you know what, it would have been better though if you wanted to make it more hipster. If you put it,
It would
on
have
a
to be.
typewriter.
It would have to be a moleskin notebook. though.
that'd
This
be
is
cool,
like
yeah.
some
Let me
fucking
tell you, the other day I was at
knockoff
work.
fucking brand that I bought on Amazon.
There was like a nice fucking like field notes fucking journal sitting on the desk, like my company branded fucking thing. And I'm like, I wish this was just a little bit smaller, that it could like that size, that it could fit in my fucking pocket.
Yeah, I carry these at my. I started a new job about a month ago, part time during the week, and I carry these because I write shit down that I leave myself notes because otherwise I forget constantly. So I bought a pile of these.
I've been really considering though, like getting into carrying a fucking like notepad with me.
Cool. You already got the fucking lumber pencil.
I got the lumber pencil
perfect
and a
sense.
pen.
And
so.
a pen. So my top 3 in no particular order would be Holland 1945, Ghost, and In the Aeroplane Over the Sea.
Okay, nice. Adam, what do you got?
Let me just bring up the track listing so I can double check. First song, I'm gonna go at least the first one is the first one is number 1 for me. First song I ever heard by Neutral Milk Hotel. I heard it, and then instantly learned how to play it on guitar. Was King of Carrot Flowers Part 1.
Okay.
Opening song on the album, and then Two-Headed Boy, and then depending on the day,
Two-Headed Boy Part 2 or Part 1?
Part 1.
Part 1. Okay,
I'm gonna
so
go-
the second one on the album.
I'm gonna go for depending on the day. It's a toss up between Holland 1945 and Ghost.
Okay. All right. Cool. So we're actually all in the kind of same realm.
I saw your notes. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that's nice.
I'm Two-Headed Boy, the first version of Two-Headed Boy.
So Part 2.
No, that's part 1.
Part 1.
Oh, so the second one on the album, which is Part 1.
No, the second one's Part 2.
I think the first one's Part 2.
No. First one is like track 4 is Part 1. And
Thank
then
you.
The last album on the last song on the album is.
Oh, maybe I
Two-Headed
was
Boy
listening.
Part
Maybe
2.
so I was listening
Did you
to it on
have it on shuffle?
Spotify.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have it on shuffle or Atom mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think maybe on
Yeah.
Spotify it
Regular
had it.
Two-Headed Boy.
Sorry.
Yeah, then where the fuck is?
There's Part
Oh.
2. Yeah.
I don't. Maybe I did have it on shuffle. All right, maybe I'm the asshole. It's not unusual, nor is it fucking surprising to anyone.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone, Tom.
I will say so Two-Headed Boy is there, and I will actually say that I actually don't dislike Two-Headed Boy Part 2. I actually just wish they didn't go back into Two-Headed Boy.
yeah.
Because it's like a completely different song that doesn't need to transition
Yeah,
back.
it's
It doesn't need to be a reprise.
Yeah, as I was gonna say, they almost do like. Do you say reprise? I say reprise.
Are you going by anything
So
I say?
what
Come
if
on,
you're
man.
both wrong and it's reprieve?
Reprieve.
There you go.
Reprieve. Is it? You're smarter than us, Tom.
No, I think it's I think it's actually reprise.
Yeah.
Like, what you said there.
Oh, or you're gonna reprise something like
Yes.
do it over
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you meant reprieve like you would get a break and
No,
then go
no,
back.
no.
My bad.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree. I think I. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I agree. with you.
And it'd be a good song on its own.
Yeah.
Without going back into Two-Headed Boy. You know what I mean? Holland 1945 and Ghost are my other
There's
two.
so many things that I don't know what to
I
grab
know,
as my
it's like-
drink. I almost grabbed that and the mustard.
Just drink the mustard, man. Do it too.
I'm not
yeah.
doing that.
So-
I'm gonna be a little
that's
bitch.
good. And I will since you're drinking mustard. There you
Oh
go.
God,
That was
God.
a good one.
that was a good one.
That's pretty good mustard.
Yeah,
It is good mustard.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to.
My least favorite is "Oh Calmly." It's 8 minutes. It's an 8 minute and 18 second song, and it's 8
I was gonna
minutes
say
too long.
it's 6 minutes too long.
it's 8 minutes too long.
Oh, Comely is also my
Okay,
bottom.
is that
song.
what it is? Comely?
Comely.
Comely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you
I
got?
know you can't read. So.
I know.
Listen, we all have our we all have our limitations.
I don't think it's like news. Like
had
newsflash, Paul can't read right. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
fuck.
everybody knows that.
Yeah,
It's been mentioned literally every episode.
If you've watched
the 53rd
anything
episode
over the
has
last
been
10
mentioned.
years of the Country Hipster podcast of season 1, you will know that I have
Paul can't read good.
Yeah.
I don't do good, boss. But anyway, go.
Mine's kind of up in the air.
Is it like an airplane?
I like that
over
Paul
the
has
sea?
been Paul has been drinking all day. He just came right out with his bottom. He didn't even
Yeah,
ask
it's
you
like,
or me or anything.
I
He's
just
like,
don't.
"Here's my least favorite."
So, musically, I really enjoy King of Careflowers Part 2 and 3. Lyrically, don't know if I totally care for
Are
it.
you saying you don't love Jesus?
No. Oh, Comely. We were talking about the tone and whininess of his voice.
Yeah,
I feel
definitely
like
comes through
out,
in that one,
Comes
yes.
out the most in Oh
And the
Comely.
jizz references.
And the jizz
They
references.
really
yeah.
come out in that one.
And then the same thing with and then Two-Headed Boy
God,
Part
that
2.
makes
I'm
sense.
sorry. Just kind of like so. Throw a dart at a dartboard, and King of Careflowers Part 2 and 3, Oh Comely, and Two-Headed Boy Part 2. Like I said, just depending on the day, depending on which is my bottom.
Cool.
But like for those specific reasons, like Two-Headed Boy, it kind of bums me out that he goes back into Two-Headed Boy.
Yeah, because otherwise it's. I think the thing is,
Without-
it's only for the last like 45 seconds.
Now let me say this: not taking the easy way out of going with Untitled. Those 3.
I would have
Okay.
fucking actually. Untitled would have been in my top songs,
Yeah,
like
I
an
didn't
honorable
mind
mention.
Untitled.
Musically,
I really enjoyed that.
I enjoy the music
track,
of that.
and it's
yeah.
the last
Yeah.
one on the album. It's kind of a good way to end the
You
album.
were listening to this on shuffle because
you're
it's
really
not the
right.
last
It's
album. That's the last song.
Oh, my bad. I forgot about that because I just chugged the fucking Hershey's
Yeah.
porter.
I give you credit because this is fucking rough.
It is rough.
I'm not a punk bitch, Adam.
It's
You're
good,
not,
but
you're
it's
not.
rough.
I might be an asshole and say dumb shit all the time, but I am not a punk bitch.
At least you didn't point out Modest the fucking mouse.
I
dude.
know.
Like, you fucking jerk,
Listen,
man.
Well, how you didn't even drink your drink?
I
Why
know,
are you
because
even
I
mad
told
about
you,
it?
I told you I can't chug. That's
I got so
yeah,
excited
but I
because
got
what
you
did you
back.
guys see? Was it with Megan or is it with Joe and Brian that you saw the ladybug?
Joe and Brian. It was
Joe
the
and
Irish
Brian, yeah.
music
Brian
episode,
pointed
yeah.
it out like
Yeah.
4 times. Yeah,
God, but
he was
that's just
really
a-
trying to get
that's
people to
just a
drink beers.
That's just a drink. So, all right. So
Brian was just trying to get this party started.
he
That's
was.
what it
He
was.
was. Brian likes to party.
Brian's sitting there with glow sticks the whole time. Like, what's
He
going
likes
on,
to
guys?
party. He was looking for fucking wildlife
Yep,
the whole
yep.
time.
He's
He's
like-
like, "There's got to be something in here I can point
There's a
out."
deer. No, yeah, actually, what's kind of funny, I actually thought about this the other day as I was like going out the other day. I was driving down my driveway, and there was a straight fucking red fox running down
I
running
got
down the
2 of them
driveway.
that
I was
live in
like,
my
oh, that's
backyard. I
fucking
love them.
great. Yeah. Apparently, Jack was telling me. So the way our house is, we have like a bi-level, right? And like me and Katie and Regina stay upstairs, and we keep Jack in the basement for good reasons.
It's a bi-level, so it's into both upstairs and downstairs.
Exactly. But Jack's room is like kind of thing, and he has these.
chained in the basement.
Yes, he has these like 2 like big
like
windows.
Sloth.
And he
in
said
the Goonies.
Yes. He the other night he got
Jack
woke,
loves chunks.
Second sloth reference tonight. I love this.
but he got awakened by a fox outside of his window screaming. Yeah, have you ever heard a fox scream?
Oh, yeah,
So
it's
they
fucking
do what's
fucking
called
crazy.
you know what's-
Terrifying.
It's called a vixen call. Mm-hmm. I got one that
was
lives in
thinking
my
like-
backyard, and this bitch, I swear, it's like somebody screaming for help.
Yeah.
At 2 to 5 o'clock in the morning, this bitch is out there yelling in my yard, and I want to shoot her. Yeah, but yeah, I love the foxes out there, but I got some.
You have-
Yeah.
You have 2 albums.
I do. So
Is mine? This one's mine, right?
yes, don't touch.
Oh, I hope he's
Don't
gonna
touch.
he's gonna break one over his knee like Bo Jackson.
Is mine colored?
No,
Okay. For some reason in my head, I remember it being colored.
no, it's just black.
Is that the
So
That's not the preferred nomenclature.
all right, so for the Discogs value on this is where I was telling you this is real interesting. So I had to ask you some questions about this. So we got to get into a little bit of weirdness with the
Yeah, I'm super interested about this
right.
because you were very vague, and
Yes.
I'm interested.
So here's the deal. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it up here, and we're going to have to. I think I'm gonna have to have Jack do like some shit to put on the screen here at this point.
Make more work for Jack.
Actually, what I'm actually gonna look at the time code to kind of write that down. All right, 118. So
It's like one. It's like you were
yeah, it's
closer
fine.
to
No,
119.
it's fine. He just needs a starting point.
Yeah.
So So here's the deal. So there is some really interesting, like not only is this a weird album, but they did some weird shit with this.
The one, continue. I'm
Would
just,
you-
no,
can I
no,
fucking
no,
talk,
no.
dude?
That's why.
Would you like to do this?
That's why I shut
Would you
up.
like to talk
Paul, are you
about what
trying
you
to
don't know
say-
anything about?
Are you trying to say that they did something weird? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
You're going to
This
tell
band?
me that Neutral Milk
Yes.
Hotel did something weird?
This with multiple semen references
Yes,
did
yes.
something weird.
So here's the deal. Okay, so apparently this has been this has been pressed a lot of different times, and there's a thing in printing called the bias. You do a different color bias, right? And there are different color biases on the cover and the label on the record itself.
Interesting.
Now, normally what we would do is we would go by the etchings, right? But the problem with the etchings is that there are basically a bunch of different versions of this, right? And the main ones that I kind of narrowed this down to were the 2000 version, the 2004, the 2009. Problem is, all three of those fucking versions, as well as the 180 gram vinyl version, which came out post 2009, all don't touch it.
No, I'm just. It's not 180.
No, it's not. I don't think it is. That's
Yeah.
the thing. They all have the same fucking etchings.
Doesn't feel like 5 ounces to me.
It doesn't. It doesn't. So, so ultimately that would be the factor. Now there's been like things with certain like Casablanca records, right? They did a lot of disco stuff, a lot of Donna Summer, Village People.
Don't look at me like I fucking know.
No, I'm just saying.
I
Donna
believe
Summer,
you.
Village People, and oddly enough, Kiss. A lot of their stuff was also on Casablanca.
They were a disco band, so
Yeah.
that makes fucking sense.
So what's kind of cool with their things, even though the etchings may be the same, the label themselves, and A&M Records did this as well back in like when they were doing like before the Herb Alpert stuff. They would put on the number of a pressing plant. So like if you look up a Donna Summer record, like say like Live and More.
I have some Donna Summer records that,
Right,
that
yeah.
I got from my mom.
So it might have like this one is pressing plant 27. This one is 56. So on and so forth. So you can at least differentiate. So
I was just having when you said that, I was like, I have some too. Like in my head, I could think of like I have some too. Somebody drove by and threw them on my lawn one night like garbage, and I had to pick them up.
So now you guys can see this. Like I said, Jack's gonna have to throw some shit on the screen. So first pressing,
wow,
second,
yeah.
third, and fourth pressing have a darker cover, whereas the fifth, sixth, and 180 gram have a lighter color.
Yeah.
That's the actual jacket itself, and hopefully, like Jack's throwing this shit up here, even to the point where the fucking labels.
He fucking better be throwing it up right now.
Even the labels have different colors based on the pressing, right? So this is the interesting thing here.
Can we talk about that? I really fucking like that label.
Yeah, it is a cool label. It's a
That
cool
is
label.
fucking
So-
mad hipsterish.
So
Yeah.
here is Adam's copy.
It's mad hipster. It's got like the fucking Salvador Dali marching.
Dude,
band on the
everything
back of it.
about this album, this is like the hipster album
so-
of all time.
And what you can
Yeah.
see with this is that this is a darker bias,
Yeah,
right?
super dark.
This is a brand new factory sealed one that is in stock at OttsvilleRecordGarage.com, and you can look here and see that it is a lighter bias. So it's definitely a lighter 180 gram vinyl pressing.
Is
of
that the
it.
180?
This is the 180. Yes.
Paul, just by out of curiosity, if someone were to go on the OttsvilleRecordGarage.com website and want to buy a copy of this, how much are you selling this album for?
$18.99.
There you go, guys.
That's a deal.
There you go. Now, here's the fucked up part. So we would agree that based on these here, right? Like, let's make sure we're all in agreement that this is one of these pressings. First, second,
I would
third,
say, yeah,
fourth,
first,
right?
second,
Would you
third.
agree?
You agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as
But I would
said,
also say that bottom one is too.
No.
one of those first ones.
No.
I feel like it
this
might
is definitely
be.
because if you look at it like
This,
that,
this has more green to
yes,
the blue.
You can see this is definitely lighter.
Perhaps I'm colorblind and dumb. I don't know.
It's possible. So now here's the funny part. So based on
That's
that,
the fucking 880 gram color.
exactly. So the color of this is either the fifth pressing or the 180 gram pressing of the label. So
Yeah.
you have a cover that is a first to fourth pressing, and then you have a label on the record itself, which is a fifth to 180 gram pressing.
Yeah.
So
that's fucking weird.
So technically, your cover, your jacket, does not match your record, and we can't go by the etchings because all the fucking etchings are the same, right? I don't think this is 180 grams, but I did factor it in.
can let's be honest.
I would have brought my scale for you.
Can
if
these
you
fucking
needed
vinyl?
it.
Can
We
these
could've
vinyl
weighed that bitch.
motherfuckers just make it easy and just like in the dead wax, just right? This is when that fucking came out. Like,
No,
this is the
no, they
fucking
can't.
pressing.
That's
Just
what the
make it
etchings
fucking
say.
easy.
That's what the etchings say. But like, so here's the fucked up thing about it is like, you know, this is the stuff because all the etchings are the same. This is the stuff where like someone who's buying this, they'll be like, you didn't give me the right pressing.
Yeah.
I ordered you listed you had a second pressing,
Yeah.
and the label's a fifth pressing. You know what I mean? This is the shit where it's like, oh my god, shut up. Like, you know what I
And,
mean?
like, and also, let's be fucking honest. Like, first off, fuck you, Nutrimilk Hotel. Because if you're gonna make the fucking labels different, make them fucking different.
Yes, not just a different shade
First
of something
pressing,
else.
white. Second pressing, fucking teal.
Yeah.
Third pressing, fucking orange.
Yep.
Let's fucking make it
Yeah.
fucking noticeable.
Where these are like just like slightly off, and that's the fucked up thing is that you have an early pressing jacket and a later pressing label on your.
Did you account
on
for
vinyl.
the flood damage though?
It's not necessary. I can tell.
I
the
just wanted
difference.
to talk shit.
No, that's all good. So what probably happened, and this is another thing where like vinyl nerds, and I am one, but like I like to think I'm more like a down to earth vinyl nerd. Is that sometimes they get a little like crazy because it's like, dude, you know what happened. This is probably a later press, especially after what you said that like when Zach said that he had purchased it in, when did you say, 2009?
Yeah, so Zach said, I got this record from friend of the podcast, our brother Zach, who's actually supposed to be here tonight.
What a dick! But he's out trying to prove that Jack Black was not in High Fidelity. So.
He's out there campaigning for
Yes.
that. He said, so I got this out. Zach had a roommate when he was in college who had a turntable.
Mm-hmm.
So Zach bought a bunch of fucking records, and then when he moved back home, I had the fucking turntable in my room, so Zach gifted me all of his
Yes.
fucking records. So Zach bought this anywhere between... In fact, let me read the text message to you exactly.
Okay.
Zach said this album was purchased sometime between September 2008 and May 2010.
Okay.
But most likely in 2009.
Right. Okay. So somewhere around there. So that's the thing that's weird. It's
You
got,
did say that there was a 2009
there's 2,980 gram vinyl. Like I said, I don't think this is 180 gram
that
vinyl,
doesn't
but
feel-
but again, I'll explain what I factored in to get your Discogs value on it.
He's trying to lowball you here because he's got to make up for that
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, because it's really gonna make that much.
Got
of
to
a
make up for Steel Train,
But
bitch.
what was I gonna say? Fuck, I fucking lost my train of thought. You fuckers.
Because this ain't the fucking pressing you think it is.
It
What
is.
you're
I
saying.
don't know what it
It's
is.
a very
not-
deceptive pressing.
It's a very deceptive
It's
pressing.
not the
And-
pressing you're looking for.
Is there?
Yes, it's not the pressing.
Oh yeah, no, there's no barcode.
Yeah, there's no barcode. Well, because the barcode is on the shrink, right? So when you took the shrink, when the shrink was taken off, it got rid of the barcode.
I got plenty of albums where the fucking barcode.
Well, yeah, I
is
know,
on the
but I'm
thing.
just
But
saying, in this-
one
bought those
doesn't.
This
Target.
particular one, they didn't print the
And I
barcode
also
on it.
remember you talking shit during the Goo Goo Dolls episode with Megan. We were like, no, it just doesn't say the fucking name of this album on this album.
Oh, yeah,
anywhere.
yeah.
And I thought it said it on the spine,
Nope,
but
it
it
does
does
not.
not
It
fucking
does not.
say it
No.
at all.
No, because
So-
that would not be properly hipsterish
Yeah,
if it
that's-
actually said who it is or what it is.
Yep. But
Yeah.
So
Because only those who know.
yes. So what I ended up doing is this. All right. So the cover is definitely early pressing. So I went by a 2000 dark green variant. Okay, and then we know that the label.
It's fucking,
Oh well, actually, here's what I did. I
it's
did.
so fucking water damaged.
I went by the
Fingering
2000
the shit out of that
dark
thing.
green variant at Very Good Plus, the 2004 blue variant at Very Good Plus, because we don't know exactly which year because of the etching, and then I also factored in the 2009 180 gram vinyl pressing.
The judge says that one.
Yeah, so I took the average of them, right? So the 2000 dark green variant is $32.49, bringing it up to $33. The 2004 blue variant is $21.20, bringing it up to $22. And the 2009 180 gram at Very Good Plus would be $20.56, bringing it at $21. Oh, that was the thing. So since Zach, even though I know this doesn't feel like 180 gram vinyl, since Zach said he probably purchased it in 2009, that's why I factored in the fact, because we can't specifically determine what it is, so that's why I factored that in. So that brings your average of all three of those pressings to $25.33, which makes it $26. So that's what I did for your Discogs value of this. Left it at $26. So that brings your running total to $937, putting you $189 to the good, and my running total at $748. So I am still trying to catch up to you in those regards. This is a new album that you can't have. I'm selling this one.
Cool.
That is your copy.
It's a cool fucking artwork.
It is good artwork. I like it. I do like the artwork, and I know the Wikipedia explained like it's actually taken from a painting or something, some shit like that. So, Adam, would you like to grab the box of mic behind me?
I would.
All right. So
Sorry for that bang.
that's okay. First thing I will tell you, well, Tom's going to pick the thing here, so we will let Tom. Here you go, buddy. So
It's been so long since I've held Michael Stripe.
I know. So
It is
since
giant wang.
yes. So
It's like a third wang.
He's all crotch.
So since this Sunday is Easter, we're not going to film on Easter, which, by the way, I got to talk to you after this. So we're not going to film this Sunday. So next week's episode is going to be a random episode. I'm actually going to welcome back a friend of the podcast, Kristen, who's been on a few times, and we are going to do a random record of Weezer Blue. So next week's episode is going to be Weezer Blue.
They blew all right.
Yeah, so that was Kristen's pick. When we do the random records, same as like last week's episode with the Goo Goo Dolls, Megan picked that. Tom, you had picked Hot Water Music later on. So Kristen has picked Weezer Blue. She wanted to make up for picking a dud in Blitzen Trapper Fur. So
I had literally never heard of that band before or since.
yeah, no, it's all good.
That was fucking
I listened
wacky.
to that
I mean,
episode.
of course, I listen to every
And
episode.
I still
always
haven't
do.
heard of that fucking band.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun. So, all right, so we got the card right here, number 19.
Looks blue.
All right, it does look blue. It does look kind of like Weezer Blue that we're doing next week. All right,
Is blue me? Blue you.
it could go either way, but it's probably you. So this is going to be 2 weeks from now. We will be talking about. Oh, it's another Booze and Vinyl.
Ooh, nice.
We got another Booze and Vinyl. This is one of yours, and this is going to be a good one. I know you're looking
I
forward
think the
to
only
this.
other. I think I know the only
Like,
other booze and vinyl. which I'm
60%.
excited about.
Aren't they like half of them booze and vinyl that are left?
Basically, at this
Yeah,
point.
there's a shitload of them left.
So in 2 weeks, we will be
that's exactly
talking
what I
about the
thought it was.
Clash, London Calling.
I love this album.
Yes, that will be
Let's-
episode 55.
let's all
My
marvel at
last
the-
favorite Clash album of
the
my last
horrific
Clash
water
album I
damage.
really liked.
Yes. So it's an Adam pick. So Adam's going to have 2 in a row. And we're, as we're heading towards the end of season 1, this is what we're doing. We're doing the Clash, London Calling.
The sweet smell of mold and mildew.
Yeah. Yep. So
I've
good.
been eagerly waiting for this one, so I'm very excited.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, there's a potential guest besides Tom for this, isn't there? Or maybe?
Possibly, yeah, possibly 2 people. But we'll see. Both of them. Well, one of them has done nothing but said no, and the other one has said no the last 3 times. So, but did appear on an episode. So we'll see. What happens. We have 2 potential guests for this, as well as the Booze and Vinyl. So that'll be good. And
Which
I'm
surprised,
excited
if
about
I'm not mistaken, one of the booze and vinyl is just gin.
that's what this. Yeah. For one of these is gin and tonic.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
it's just a gin and tonic. So, but
get down with a gin and
I
tonic.
love a
Little
good
G&T
gin.
going
I
on.
love a good gin and tonic. I'll tell my
Make sure I got Beefeater and we're all set.
I'll tell my gin and tonic story on that episode when we're drinking the gin and tonic. So
I'm excited for this. I have good stories about this album. This
Nice.
I fucking love this album.
cool. All right, Tom. Anything else about Neutral Milk Hotel in an airplane over the sea?
Not about them, but I do want to bring up that I know, much to your chagrin, I saw Alkaline Trio a couple weeks ago at the Fillmore on like a last second ticket purchase on a Wednesday night, and they were fucking really good live.
Yeah.
And I know
Okay.
you hate them. It's okay.
I don't hate them. I
No,
just
whatever.
It's just
It sounded like that if I listened to the fucking Alkaline Trio album
It was fine. It was
or
fine,
the episode.
It was
They
like,
were really good. They are. I've seen them live like a bunch of times now. They're really like a lot of energy, and they play like a really. They're, I guess they're like it's a really tight fucking show.
cool.
They're professionals, so it's like they're blast right through it.
That's awesome.
They never miss anything. It's like they're so fucking entertaining when you see
I
them.
think I failed to mention when we recorded the Alkaline Trio episode. Before this album, Alkaline Trio actually put out like a joint album with Hot Water Music, where Alkaline Trio played some of their songs, Hot Water Music played some of their songs, and then they each covered one of each other's songs on the album.
I've seen stuff like
Yeah.
that happen. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Cool.
Anyway, didn't mean to hijack you,
No,
but
it's
no,
okay.
I have no other thoughts on Neutral Milk Hotel, but I'm all set with that band.
Cool.
Can we also just take note of how I not only wrote it's in Volume 1, what page it's fucking on.
That's pretty good.
I like that. Is that actually English though that you wrote
It
that in?
is.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
hieroglyphics.
So,
Oh, I didn't
and
know if it was like a
Bird, crane, fish, cat.
funny should
Booze and
say
vinyl.
bird. I was thinking like in Always Sunny how Charlie can't read or write English, but he can write in fucking Irish and speak it perfectly.
Nice. Do you have anything else to say about this album?
No. Maybe buy a copy from Mott'svilleRecordGarage.com and see if your labels and your sleeves match up as well.
Exactly.
Definitely buy a copy
And
from
it is-
OttsvilleRecordGarage.com.
And it is in stock for $18.99. And here's the thing with OttsvilleRecordGarage.com is that if you actually, in the promo code section, when you're checking out, if you put in the month, what month it is, you'll get 10% off your order. So
like that.
this is going to be, well, actually, March is still good. And so, while it's March, just type in March in the promo code and receive 10% off your order. When it becomes April, type in April,
Now-
and it's going to be 10% off your order for the entire month of April.
Here's just an idea.
Yeah.
And I don't, it's your business, so you do what you want with it. But I think it would be kind of cool if you had just an ongoing promo code specifically for people who listen to the podcast.
Ooh, okay. All
Like
right.
if you had a promo code where you would, the only way you would know it is if you listen
You put
to
in
an
like
episode.
Okay. All
your
right.
mom's house and you
Exactly.
get like a fucking.
Ooh,
I mean,
that's
whatever.
pretty good. That's pretty
whatever
good.
your promo code
All right,
is.
so you know what? Fucking tune in next week where I will reveal what that promo code's going to be. The special Country Hipster Podcast promo code. So yeah, and I'm gonna make it a little special too, because like I do obviously a 10% off every month. This one's gonna be for even more. So I'm gonna do better than a 10% promo code.
10% and a
11%.
free
11%, 10.5%.
free dick picture.
Yes, and a free
shit.
and a dick pic. Which means, like I sent you pictures of Dick Van Dyke and Dick Van Patten.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know where you're going with it. So, yeah, tune in next week
Dick
when we're
Clark.
talking about
Richard Nixon.
not Richard, but Dick.
How many famous dicks can we come up with?
How many dicks is that? Dick. That's
a lot of dicks.
That's a lot of dicks. All right, so on that note, tune in next week where we're going to be talking about Weezer Blue, and then in 2 weeks we're going to be talking about the Clash London Calling. This motherfucker to my right is going to come back and disturb shit even more with the Booze and Vinyl episode, and this
Thanks for
guy
having
might
me.
actually be in the Ottsville
no.
Record Garage again. We'll see.
I'll be here.
Love
All
you
right.
guys, man. Thanks
Cool.
for having me back.
Thank you for
be
being
here.
back, man. It was a good time. All right, on that note, it is time to...